Alright, here we are again. We go to the deck page. Maybe. There we go. Let's see. So we're going to find the Eldrazi ramp. That's this over here. That's one we're going to use in this video. Alright. And this is, you can see it's all colorless. We start off with this artifact here. I told you about it. Now you'll understand it better. Chalice of the Void, you notice it's got the XX casting cost. And so basically you pick a number. You know, if you want that X to be 1, you use 2 mana. If you want it to be 2, you use 4 mana, and so on and so forth. Anyway, so let's say you want to use this for 1. You put 1 in there, it costs you 2 mana, and then whenever either one of us, me or the opponent, tries to cast a spell that costs 1 mana, it won't let you do it. It counters it immediately. So you can set it for 2 mana if you've got enough to do it. Set it for 2 or 3, and then nobody can cast spells with whatever number you chose there. And that's okay. I set it for 1 almost all the time because I don't have any that cost 1. It won't matter. So, and that can be quite disruptful, especially if you're playing against somebody who's got a lot of weenies in their deck. Then we got the Guardian Idol. It's just an artifact. That's one of the things you do is that ramp. The whole point about this one is that you can use it to add 1 colorless to your mana if you need to. And then, of course, it can become a 2/2 golem until the end of the turn if you need a blocker or something. Then we go It That Heralds the End, the Eldrazi drone, a 2/2, costs 2 to cast. And it's colorless spells you cast with mana value 7 or greater cost 1 less to cast. So that's nice because we got a lot of them that cost 7 or more. Other colorless creatures you control get +1/+1. Well, that's every creature in this deck, so yay. Then we got your Mind Stone. It's just an artifact that gives you that 1 colorless again, and then you can sacrifice it to draw a card, which comes in handy quite often. And then we got your Iron Crag. It's just in here, it's an extra, but it gives you that 1 colorless mana, and I can use it as an equipment and attach it to something to give it +3/+3 if I want. Then we got Kozilek's Command. This is my removal instant, I guess. But basically, you choose 2 of those options. I can remember trying to describe this one to you too. It's complicated though, but you can you choose 2 things from that list there. You can make several colorless Eldrazi spawn tokens. You can draw scry however much you want, and then draw a card, which basically allows you to pick your draw. You can exile one of their creatures, or you can exile creatures from their cards from their graveyard. So that's a fun one to throw at people. And that's that one. Then I got these Palladium Mirrors. It's just a creature. These give you 2 of those colorless mana, but it's also a 2/2 creature, so yay. I think you get it. And the Worn Power Stone gives you 2 as well. That's all it does. That's for all the ramp stuff. Then we get into the fun ones. Thought Not Seers is great. It's like I don't remember that spell we used to use. I think the spell was Duress back in the day. But anyway, when you put this one on the battlefield, you look at their hand and you remove a card from their hand and they have to discard it. And that's always fun to do. Plus, getting to see their hand helps. And then, never mind the fact he's a 4/4. And that's good. And then finally, when he dies, you get to draw a card. These are not legal in some places too. And we got our Forsaken Monuments. It's basically a ramp card, but it also gives all our creatures +2/+2. And what it's saying, anytime you tap a permanent for colorless, you get an additional. So like if I use this, or this, or this, any of these spells that give you that 1 colorless gives you 2 instead of 1. So that's, big ramper. And then whenever you cast a color spell, colorless spell, you get 2 life. So this right here, that's why it's mythic. It's good to get this card on the battlefield for sure. Let's see. Then we get into the big creatures. We got our Drowners of Truth. When you put this one in, if we use the specific colorless mana, which that's all this deck uses, it creates 2 colorless Eldrazi spawn, little 0/1 creatures. You can also use them for mana if you need to. If I want this card, if I really need, I can use him as a land. Like if I need the land for something instead of a creature, I can cast this as a land instead of the creature. But that doesn't come up very often. Then we got our where'd it go? Hold on. Oh, here. Then we got our Devourer of Destinies. He's a 6/6. And now this one's fun. If you get it in your opening hand, on your first upkeep, you get to look at the top 4 cards of your library and pick which one you want to be your first draw. That's really nice to have. But if you don't, you still cast him, and when you cast it, he exiles one of your. You can exile one of your opponent's creatures or whatever. There has to be more than one color though. And then we got our Null Drifters. They're fun because they're flyers, and you get to draw 2 cards when you cast it. And it's got Annihilator 1, so every time you attack with a Null Drifter, they have to sacrifice something. They have a land, anything. They have to get rid of something that destroys something. And then it also has Evoke. Hold on, let me get this centered on here better. Yeah, there we go. Evoke is if you see that little casting cost, if this is in my hand, I can pay that Evoke casting cost. And what it does is it puts him on the battlefield, and then it's sacrificed right away. So Evoke means you put it on the battlefield, and then you sacrifice it immediately. And you're probably like, why in the hell would you want to do that? It's when you don't have enough mana to cast this card, but it would be really nice to draw 2 cards. So you just use this card for its draw effect. And then we got what do we got next here? Sire of 7 Deaths. I get it to stay on it. Hold on. There we go. It's a 7/7 with first strike, vigilance, menace, trample, reach, lifelink, and ward, where they have to pay 7 life to point a spell at him. All of that stuff on its own you don't need to say much more. It's just a ramrod. It's just something to put out there to fight with. So then we get on to Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger. When you cast it, you exile 2 target permanents. Well, they're probably going to be your opponent's permanents, but 2 of his cards are going to leave when you cast this. Then he's indestructible, and he's a 10/10. And whenever he attacks, you exile the top 20 cards of their library. Well, if you attack twice, game over. You empty their library. So this one's really nasty, Then we got the other Ulamog, the Defiler. When you cast this one, target opponent exiles the top half of their library. Round it up. Then it's got Ward again, which is like Hexproof. It's just if your opponent can cancel the ward by sacrificing 2 permanents. They're not going to do that very often. And then Ulamog enters with a number of counters on it equal to the greatest mana value among cards in exile. Ulamog has Annihilator X, where X is the number of +1/+1 counters on it. So, to briefly summarize what that means is when you cast him, he exiles the top half of their library. Then you look in their library and you pick, or really the computer looks in there, picks the card in their graveyard. I mean, not library. Picks the card in their graveyard that has the highest mana value, and that's how many counters Ulamog's going to get. So he might get, Might get one plus one counter if that's all they have, or you maybe 4. But either way, it's going to be more than a 7/7 with a nasty ward on it. Makes him really hard to get rid of. So it's he's nasty. Then we get down here to Emrakul, the World Anew. When you cast this spell, gain control of all creatures target player controls. And Emrakul has flying, protections from spells, and protection from permanents that were cast this turn. That means anything they cast, it can't hurt this one that turn. So say they wanted to cast a Fireball, they can't, because he has protection from stuff that's cast this turn. If that makes any sense. Then he's got when he dies, if he dies, you sacrifice all your creatures, and that's kind of bad. Then he's got that madness cost down there. If I understand it, it says if you discard this card, so it's in your hand, you discard it into exile. When you do, cast it for its madness cost, or put it into your graveyard. Well, its madness cost is 6 colorless, so that's less than 12, so that makes it relatively easy to cast with this deck. So that's all of those. And then I got to go through some of the lands because they're actually part of the way this deck plays. We got Ugin's Labyrinth, and you notice it says imprint. So hopefully when you got Ugin's Labyrinth in your hand, hopefully you got it on turn 1 in your draw, and you've got at least one of your 7 mana, one of these 7 mana cards in your hand. Then you can imprint that card or put that card under Ugin's Labyrinth, and then as long as that card is exiled under Ugin's Labyrinth, the Labyrinth makes 2 colorless instead of 1. So that's extremely important, because if you got this in your opening hand and you got one of your 7 mana cards, you put this down as your first land, and immediately it becomes 2 mana that you can use, because this doesn't come into the battlefield tapped. It's a normal land. So you got 2 mana right off the bat, which means then if you get this and you happen to have this in your hand, you can cast this on turn 1, which is really nasty, and put it down, and then they can't cast any of their 1 mana spells. That's really aggravating. Doesn't happen often, but when it does, Then we got Radiant Fountains. It gives us 2 life when it enters. That's obvious. Got Inventor's Fair. If you control 3 or more artifacts, you gain 1 life whenever this is, you get it in your upkeep. And of course it adds colorless. And finally, if you sacrifice this, search your library for an artifact, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Activate only if you control 3 or more artifacts. And there's plenty of freaking artifacts over here. So, you use it basically to hopefully get one of these. That's the artifact you really want to get, or maybe one of these. You never know. Then we got Eldrazi Temple, which basically gives us 2 because it uses 2 mana to if you're using it for Eldrazi spells, which are most of these. So that's where that one comes in handy. You got Conduit Pylon, which really it's only in here for the surveil. When you cast this, you get to surveil 1. Look at the top card of your library, and if you like it, you keep it on the top. If you don't, you put it in your graveyard. Then Cavern of Souls is important. When you bring this one up, then you name a creature type, which we name Eldrazi, and then as long as this Cavern of Souls is out, nobody can counter an Eldrazi spell. Which obviously that's nice. And we got 1 island, and we got the Ipnu Rivers, which if you need blue for anything, it's there, but that's not right there. It's mainly there because it gives colorless mana. And if I needed to mill 4 cards or get them to mill 4 cards, I could if I wanted to sacrifice this. That's not going to come up. It's basically just a colorless mana card for this deck. But that's it. That's this deck. And now I have a problem, because I would like, I don't know how this works. Yeah, I need to take a break because my mouth is dry. And I don't know how to... I'm going to try to pause this and then come back to it and play 3 matches. So let's see if I can do that right. I may screw it up. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. We are ready to play Eldrazi Ramp. 3 games. Let's cross our fingers and hope everything goes well. Let's see. This one also could take a while to choose an opponent. Trying to find something comparable. Alright, we got one. Yay. Let's pray that we win. We might not. Let's see. Let's see, what do we got? I don't even know. I don't know this deck well enough to know what I need in my opening hand, so I'm just going to accept it. Alright, I got that card, so I get to choose what my first draw is going to be. And I'm going to pick the Mind Stone. And put Ugin's Labyrinth down first. And we'll put Kulamog under the Labyrinth, giving us 2 colorless. Oh, see, I told you they quit immediately. Told you. Alright. Go on to the next game, I guess. Pretty typical with that deck. Oh, look, I got a card even though I didn't do anything. See what it is. It's a Solstice Revelations from Avatar. Exile, it's a less than an instant. Exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost if the spell's mana value is less than the number of mountains you control. Okay. If you don't cast that card this way, put it into your hand. That's not bad. I mean, like, I probably wouldn't use it, but I could see how it would be useful in certain decks in the right situation. Anyway, okay. Next game. Eldrazi Ramp. Let's see if we can do anything this time. Unfortunately, with this deck, that tends to be what happens. You get somebody who just sees Eldrazi and quits immediately, or you get somebody who's got one of them crazy combo decks that you can't beat. Let's see, this, with that guy on here, I bet he's got a crazy combo. I don't know. Let's look at my hand here. I got land. I got 2 Kozilek's Command. I'm going to keep it. It's all ramp. But let's see what happens. Hello, sir. Put down the Eldrazi Temple. And I'm going to go next because I don't want to catch them. Those are the instants that do things. You want to have a decent amount of mana when you use one of them. Alright, what do I get? Radiant Fountain. Let's go ahead and put Cavern of Souls down, naming Eldrazi, and we'll go ahead and put the Mind Stone. I like it better than Guardian Idol. Okay. What is that? Let's see, that's Hazard's Monument. Red creature spells you cast cost 1 less cast. Whenever you cast a creature spell, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Okay. And apparently he's using a red deck of some type. Let's put a land down. Ain't a life. Alright. Got Guardian Idol. And we're going to go next. You notice nothing's happening so far. We're ramping. We're ramping. What do we got here? Well, I can't read it yet. We have to wait for him to make a decision. See, that's resolve, whatever. Oh, that's an alchemy card, yeah. When this creature enters, conjure 7 cards from 7 dwarves on top of your library. Oh, wait, see, you don't have time to read it. So she's playing a 7 dwarves deck. I could lose. That's more or less a combo deck, and she may be going off now. I don't know why I'm saying she, but let's see. Can I cast this for anything worthwhile? No. Wait a minute. Is it say Eldrazi on it? Yes. No, I can't cast it yet. Okay, what we got? Ooh, more ramp. Let's see. Let's put down another cover of gold. Let's name Eldrazi again. And let's see. I can put the Drowner of Truth down. At least that gives me something. Or I can use this guy, get rid of one of their creatures, and throw some spawn tokens at them. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can catch it for 6. That makes 3 Eldrazi tokens. Nah, I'm gonna do the Drowner of Truth. Or nope, I'm gonna put the monument down. I'm just gonna play it slow. Let them get by. We'll go ahead and play another Mind Stone. And we're going to say next, and in turn. I know I'm taking a pretty big risk here because they're probably about to go off. Their little dwarves are already 3/3. They're about to get up to something big. I probably shouldn't have done that now that I think about it. I haven't played against this deck, but if I understand it correctly, like she can have 7 copies of the dwarves in there. Probably not gonna win this match. Yep, good game. There it is, Embercleave. Oh, damn. That's an equipment you can flash into play, and it gives them quite a bit, obviously. So that took them over 20. My deck was just too slow this time. I just didn't have any decent stuff. Oh, wait a minute. I thought I was dead. Let's see. See, the only creature I have is this guy. I can get him down. That's not a big deal. And he'll give me 2 little Eldrazi spawn thingies. I can probably use this and get rid of something. So let's see here. We can use 1, 2, 3, 4. Not enough. Oh, wait a minute. Is it exalt target mana value extra less with the mana value? Oh, yes, we can. We'll do it for 2. So we're going to exile target creature and create some spawn tokens, and we're going to do 2. Let's see, it's not working, so I don't know what the hell I'm doing. What am I, target a player? Oh, me, sorry, there we go. It gets confusing, Eric, I'm sorry. Plus, I'm a little drunk or whatever. Alright, now we're done. My deck was just too slow this time. I wasn't getting any decent stuff. Tell him it's nice. If I don't draw a creature on my next draw, we're really screwed. Honestly. Goddamn. Christ. See, I told you this was like a combo deck. I mean, not a whole lot you can do against it at this point. Going for it. Alright, let's see. You got 2 attackers. Block this guy with that one, and the trampler. That should do it. Didn't do it right. Oops. I should have gave one more blocker. I forgot he had double strike. Shit. Oh well. Apparently got an achievement. I got the artifact factory achievement, which does nothing. It just, I have the achievement. Yoo-hoo-hoo. One more land and I get 500 gold for this one. I've already got my weekly, that was my weekly achievement. I got that earlier. 15 games, 15 wins. Alright, we want to go to another Eldrazi game, right? Let's pray, Eric. Pray hard that this match turns out okay. I need decent draws as well as somebody who will play, like the last player. I could have beat them easily had I got anything decent in my hand. Excuse me. Alright, here we go. The Shadow Man. Yeah, I'm Prophet the Mighty. Okay, what do we got here? We got a couple ramp creatures. I don't really like this hand, but I'm going to chance it. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's tell them hello. I always try to communicate. Alright, let's put an Ifly down. If I don't draw lands in my next 2 turns, this match is over. I mean, there's not a land there. That is not a land. Oh, this might be an opportunity for me to use that one. Let's see. Put him down anyway. All that does is make the big creatures one less to cast. Alright, we did not get a land, so I'm going to use this guy as a land. First time I've done that. And roll packs and steal some blockers. Not looking good. What do we got there? Call Variety Revels. Whenever you cast a creature spell, seek a creature card with lesser mana value put on a battlefield. Okay. That's could be nasty. Alright, we got a land. Eldrazi. Alright. Thought Not Seer. Yay, we get to see their hand. What do we want to take away from them, though? That's mythic. Rare. Oh, Lord, I don't even know, Eric. I'm going to take this one away. Most likely when they can use soon. I really don't know. tank. Fuck that is. I don't know what the fuck that is. Fuel tank feaster. Any phase random with the greatest. I don't even know. Don't have time. Okay, I got a Ugin's Labyrinth. That's good. We'll go ahead and put the Sire of 7 Deaths in it. More mana. I'll get my monument down. And we'll attack. Now it's getting real. Uh-oh. Yep. We gave them way too much fucking time. God damn it. Alright, I can put these fuckers down, which don't help me very much. Can't get no decent draws again. Or I could get this guy out. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. This drops it by... Let's see. Oh, so we got 2, 4, 6. Okay, so I can cast it. Alright, so we're gonna get this out. There we go. Get him down. And we'll go ahead and attack. I'm still sort of kind of losing in a way because I gave him too much time. His deck's going to combo off any minute and I'm going to be in trouble. I don't know exactly what that's going to be, but it's going to be scary. Okay, what do we got here? Would it behoove me to get rid of one of these? Damage doesn't use that damage. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. I can get rid of one creature with this card, and I can make some tokens or scry and draw. Let's get my 2 mirrors down. That's the best I can do. I'll play that next turn if I don't draw anything. I think they... Oh, no, they can't take damage. It's this weird card here that's doing something weird. And they got so many cards in their deck. Holy shit. You're not going to mill them out. Fascinating. Heard of that card. I don't remember what it does, but I know you don't necessarily want to play against it.
Right beside me, brother.
God damn it if I'd get decent draws for once, Eric. For fuck's sake. Tony, one game where you get a decent draw. Ooh, I got a Guardian Idol that does fucking nothing in this situation. Nothing! So the best thing for me to do is get rid of Genicataxia, I guess, or get rid of this guy. That's the one that's stopping him from taking damage. So here we go. We have cancel. I gotta figure out how many mana. He's 5 mana. I gotta be able to do it for at least 5. Let's see if I can. We gotta exile target creature, create the Eldrazi tokens, plus 5, pay, and choose target player is me. Choose this. Auto pay. There. Oh, but Genicataxia is doing something. Alright, put down my Guardian Idol. Next. And I'm screwed. I wasted that spell. It didn't kill that creature. Oh, fuck. I'm so screwed. Oh, god damn it. God damn it, Eric. This is my luck. If if I would, that's unfortunately my problem. All my life I've been unnaturally unlucky. You know, I mean, I know obviously you've had pretty bad luck as well. You know, stuck in prison for all those years. But I mean, look at me. I mean, I have nothing, and I've worked my ass off my entire life. You know, my luck is so bad that I can't.
Over
you know,
until I've bloodied my axe.
I can't do anything. So then you end up with situations like this. Probably a big reason my anxiety's so bad. This is a badass deck. I mean, I'm in trouble. I'm in big trouble. I'm almost tempted to quit because this match is liable to drag out for a while and I'm gonna lose. All his creatures have hexproof. The fuck?
Share in my vengeance.
I'm just gonna say good game and back out. Sorry, Eric. You didn't get any good matches with this one either. Well, I mean, you got to see the Eldrazi deck a little. It was just the first match, they quit without doing anything. I actually had a great hand in that first match, if I remember correctly. And then I just basically my luck got in the way, my bad luck, and you get bad hands and bad draws. It's one of the reasons I'm so anxious, because that bad luck applies to everything in my life. So, like, if I was playing, you know, any video game, that's part of it. It's like, well, I'm going to suck. You know, I'm going to lose. So I don't really know if I want to play or not. If that makes any sense. And we can look and see what my achievement is real quick, which was this one here. We got the Artifact Factory. So I'm going to claim my achievement, which gives me nothing. I mean, I get that pretty little picture there, but woo! I got my achievement. Honestly, every once in a while when you get one of these achievements, it gives you some coins or something, a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. So, okay. Well, that was the Eldrazi deck. So, hope you enjoyed. Talk to you later.